Now, you may have heard of Joseph Odhiambo, an exceptional basketball handling and dribbling expert who holds the basketball handling Guinness World Records, which he's either set, tied or broken 17 times, and that's between 2006 and 2008. Well, he's here with us to share some dribbling skills and, of course, just tell us a bit about yourself. Joseph, first of all, thank you very much for coming to NTV. Just reading some of your records, it looks pretty impressive what you've done. Six-time NBA All-Star Game performer, former Phoenix Sun and Mercury full-time entertainer, labeled the world's greatest basketball dribbler, 17-time Guinness World Record holder for dribbling and spinning basketballs. So how did you get into this in the first place?
Well, I had a chance to play basketball here about 37 years ago, and then when I got to the United States, I also played there. But then after playing basketball, I decided I wanted to continue with basketball. And one of the things that I could do was to continue with the basketball, was spinning basketball, dribbling and juggling, and I spent probably about maybe 8-9 hours a day just working on my skill to be the best that I can be out in the world.
All right, I'm going to continue asking you questions. If maybe you could show some of your skills while talking to us.
All right.
You were born in Kenya, went to the States. You've been there about 35 years. Just tell us about your experience in the States.
Well, it's a lot of fun being up in the state, and one thing that people get surprised when I tell them is like basketball in the state is exactly the same thing as basketball out here. So they don't do anything special that we don't do. They just have a little bit more time to do it. Yeah.
We've got obviously constraints here. We see the facilities, and of course you just heard our national women's team having problems. What's your opinion of Kenyan basketball?
37 years ago, we missed the Olympics by one spot. And right now the Moran came up and they surprised the whole world because we didn't think that they would go that far. And I was very impressed in basketball right now in Kenya. It's a huge. Everybody's talking about basketball, and I'm just hoping that we'll be able to jump on the bandwagon and keep going, because this is the time where we should be able to exploit the success and build on it.
Joseph, if you can just stand up, show us some of your skills. Yeah. I know you're planning, I think, on the 20th to try and do something.
Yeah. One of my record is for spinning one basketball with one hand only for the longest time, and somebody actually broke that record in Nepal. And when I got word that they broke my record, I said I want it back, and I broke it last month in Kihei in Hawaii, and this is what we call this around the world. You just let it spin, and you bring it out, and all basketball handlers, they now use this technique because I invented this technique here, where you wind it and then you let it sit, and you wind it and let it sit, and on the 20th, I'm going to be attempting to break another world record, and this time I'm going to try and spin two basketball at the same time for the longest time, and I'm excited about that record.
All right. The US, of course, we've seen a person with Kenyan roots leading the Toronto Raptors to that title. How special is that? Do you know Masai at all? Have you met him before? Masai Ujiri?
I have met Masai, and I've been to, when I go to the All-Star game, I get to meet the players and also meet the coaches and the managers, and he is a very, very awesome person, and it's very good that we actually represented out there, and we were very well represented at the final of this year where the Raptors went over and won the whole thing.
All right, thanks very much, and of course we hope to see you on Top Sport as well before you leave.
Thank you, appreciate it.